How's it going, guys? It's PoetryStud here, and welcome to another episode of Poetic Rants. My video may be a little framey, I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully it's okay for you guys to the point where you won't be unbearable and you'll, just stop watching me because you hate my videos and you want to kill me. I'm just kidding. That went really dark all of a sudden. No, but seriously, welcome to another episode of Poetic Rants. This episode, we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and this is a very broad topic, and, I don't think it'll offend anyone. It's not that type of topic. It's not that type of controversy. But it's a very interesting thought. It's definitely geared towards gamers. So if you're not a gamer and you're watching this, first of all, how did you get here? And it's awesome that you are here. But second of all, you might not be as interested in it as if you had been a normal viewer or whatnot. Another gamer. So we're gonna be talking about the gaming industry and the future of the gaming industry and whether or not we think, we as in you and I, but mostly as in I, what I think about the gaming industry and how some people say the gaming industry is dying, which is a really interesting thought. This is obviously on a gaming channel. There's obviously, hundreds of millions of people that play video games. And there's so many different types of games, but do you guys think that the gaming industry would die, is going to die? Because lots of people say that there's, the problem with the gaming industry nowadays is that there's not enough innovation, and it's something interesting. So I'm going to start off by talking about the Oculus Rift, or Oculus VR, virtual reality headset. The Oculus is, pretty famous. There's plenty of people who have made cool games for the Oculus. It's really cool technology, and just last year it was bought out by Facebook for a lot of money. And so it's interesting, and when this happened, people were like, oh man, gaming is dead, there's not going to be, Facebook doesn't know how to, they're not a gaming company, they're not a game fan, it's not one person who's making it, so it's not going to be as good quality. And that's been an interesting debate. On the other hand, I don't know. I think that Facebook will do just fine with it, but I do understand people's concerns. It's like once you don't have enough, once you don't have enough of enough competition or enough need to innovate, which could happen, then you can start seeing where businesses or companies or producers, whatever, will start to slack off, and that's not a good thing. And so that kind of leads me into the whole thing about how the gaming industry has changed so much since once it started. I don't even know when you consider the start of home gaming. It was in the 80s, with all the old systems like the Genesis and whatnot. And I never really played on those. I was a little before my generation, but I'm dropping a lot of frames. I really don't know why I'm dropping frames, guys. But that was really old for me, so I haven't been able to really understand, appreciate. You can't go up that ladder. Oh, you can. I haven't been really able to appreciate the older generations of games as much as some other people who are even just 5 or 10 years older than me. It can make a difference. It's interesting though. Even in my life, I've seen a pretty significant change in the way that the gaming industry has changed. When I was young, it was just PS2. The only games you heard about were the ones you saw in Game Informer or the ones that you bought at GameStop, and that was it. And there was nothing else really. Now there's Steam where anyone can make a game. There's other websites like Kickstarter. It's crazy the way the gaming industry has changed. It's evolved, and it's really interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing either. Gotta kill this. Anyways, guys, I think the gaming industry has changed a lot. It used to be so simple, and now it's not. And I think that's the main thing. It's a lot more complicated than it used to be, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just how it is. And I think that for the better or worse, that's how it's going to be, and it's a lot more complicated. Lately, lots of people have been saying the gaming industry hasn't been doing as well because companies just do cash grabs. They just have microtransactions in games that you already pay $60 for. Hashtag AC Unity. I never actually played that one, but still, I know that's what it has. So, that's mine, right? That's ours, right? Yeah. just stuff like that. There's stuff where people have lost confidence in the game market. You know, like Nintendo has had some stuff with YouTube and stuff where people, you know, used to love Nintendo and still do. But like Nintendo was a classic. Nintendo was a classic game company. It's been around a long time. And they have a lot of great games. But then recently, the people have been like, "What are you doing, Nintendo?" And they have still that fan service, you know, keeping them alive and stuff. But lots of people are starting to realize, they're like, wow, Nintendo is not above what some of the other newer companies are doing too. Games, yeah, it's just like old games that used to have really good favor have kind of lost lots of that good favor, and it's not very good for the industry. However, I do think that with like the shift to digital and stuff, I do think there's a lot of good with this too. And I'm looking right here. I'm looking at my notepad because I kind of wrote down what I wanted to say about this. But like, there's more horizons. That's the word I use. There's more horizons. Like, there's broader horizons for people who want to make games. Like, in other words, I saw this one dude on YouTube who made it. So his name is Cybrid. You can go check out what he made for Skyrim. Where oh my God, he made a I'm gonna tell you guys this. It's really cool. He wanted to play Skyrim in the world, so he put the Oculus on, he hooked it up, made a version where you could play in the Oculus, and also he set up this sliding thing that he like was in a suspension, and he could walk along, and the bottom underneath him just slid under him, and he just walked, and it would move around, and he could move in the game and then turn around, and he used like a Wii remote and a nunchuck to hit and, you know, use a bow and arrow and do everything. So he could literally be just in the game. He was in the game with his eyes. He was walking around physically, and he was like slashing people with his hands. It was crazy, and it's just crazy. There's new horizons. It's a new industry. There's a lot of stuff that's different. You know, old companies have changed, and they're going to be changed, and whether for better or worse. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I mean, again, sorry about the video issues. I don't know what's going on with it. It always happens where I get it fixed, and then it starts freaking out. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe for more. And until next time, goodbye.